So now mainly in automatic review request that when a sender is sending something to the receiver, but during transmission, when this packet is transmitting, that in midway the packet is lost. The midway the packet is lost. So the receiver, what the receiver will doesn't receive anything. So in that case, the receiver will wait some time. But after waiting some time, what the receiver will request to the sender that please send me the packet which you are sending. I didn't receive that. So retransmission of that packet or retransmission of that signal. That is the automatic review request technique. That in ARQ, system of error control, when an error is detected, a request is made for the retransmission of that signal. For that, what after waiting some time, what receiver will send acknowledgement that what it doesn't receive anything till now. So send me what the packet you are sending again. So the retransmission of that signal occurred. So this is basically the automatic review request technique. And the feedback channel is required here. So that's why the feedback channel is required, because if the feedback channel, now, if the feedback, if the sender doesn't receive the feedback, that means what? Sender has the information that the receiver has get that message. So that's why feedback is very much important, or acknowledgement is very much important. Because if the sender doesn't receive the acknowledgement, that means what? Then sender will think that the receiver, which the packet is sent by the receiver, is I have already that the packet received to the receiver. So that's why the feedback channel is basically very much required in this automatic review request technique. Now, that is the block diagram. This is the block diagram of an automatic repeat request system. Now, first in this block diagram, you can see that first there is the input message. So the message we take from the sender, the message is sent as the input message. So this message is sent to first what? This message is first encoder to encoder, sent to the encoder. Now what encoder do? Encoder, now different encoding techniques. Using some different encoding techniques, the message is encoded, which we have talked previously about that encoding technique. So that means the message is secured. First, the message is secured. So encoder with some encoding techniques, what? With some using some encoding techniques, it encoded the message. And after encoding this message, it gives to the input and buffer controller. Now, what is the purpose of this input and buffer controller? This will what? This will send the data continuously to the channel. So that means the data now in the encoder, after encoder encoded the message or the data, it will goes to the input and buffer. So the data that is present in the input of and buffer controller, data will be sent continuously. The data will be sent continuously. Now this data will be sent through what? Through transmission channel, the data will be sent it. So that's why the transmission channel is required. So the data will be sent to the transmission channel. And there is a component that is detector in the receiver side. In the receiver side, there is a detector. Detector, what this detector do? Detector detects that the error is occurred or not. That means the packet is receiving, the packet which is sending from the sender is received to the receiver or not. Means the packet is the receiver is receiving the packet or not. Basically, the receiver is receiving the packet or not. So the detector will detect that the packets which is sent till now are received by the receiver or not. Now, if the packet is not received, then what? Then a negative acknowledgement is given to the, that's why NACK, I have written NACK. That means a negative acknowledgement. A negative acknowledgement is given to the input and buffer controller, that till now no packet has been received, which you have sent that no packet has been received till now to the receiver. Then only the negative acknowledgement will go to the input output buffer controller. If there detects an error, if detector detects some error that the packet is not received, then it will send the negative acknowledgement. It will send the negative acknowledgement to the input and buffer controller. Now what? In this negative acknowledgement, that means, like if we take an example that input and buffer controller sends what? Input and buffer controller sends packet 1 at first. Suppose as an example, you consider that input and buffer controller sends packet 1. So detector detects that the packet 1 is not received till now. So what it will do? It will send a negative acknowledgement to the input and buffer controller that the first packet, that packet 1 is not received by the receiver till now. So what you should do? You should again retransmit it so that now the receiver can receive that packet. So then the input and buffer controller again send that packet to the retransmission channel. And that time what? That time suppose the packet is received by the receiver. So when the packet will be received by the receiver, it will send the acknowledgement to the input output buffer controller, so that there, according to input output buffer controller, the acknowledgement will be received, and then what? Then it understand that the packet which it sends are received by the receiver. That means the next packet I will send it, or it will send the next packet. So this is basically the automatic repeat request technique, that if detector detects that packet is not received, it will send the negative acknowledgement that till now which packet you have sent didn't receive that packet. So then input and buffer controller will again send that packet to the retransmission channel. And that time, suppose that packet is received by the receiver. So a acknowledgement will be sent from the receiver side to the input buffer controller that the packet now has been received. You can start sending the next packet. So this is basically the block diagram of the basic ARQ system. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is basically about the block diagram of the basic ARQ system. Okay. So there are types of ARQ system present. There are many types of ARQ system present. Now, what are the many types of ARQ system present? Stop and wait ARQ, go back and ARQ, and selective repeat ARQ. These are the three types of ARQ system present. One by one, we will see that. One by one, we will see. So first, before seeing it, we should know what about the flow control, what the flow control is. And now all this process, error correction, detection, and this ARQ, what, in which layer it should be done? If you remember, when I have said that in data link layer, error and flow control, error control, flow control, both have done in the data link layer. So that means this all process is done in the what? In the data link layer. So it is the all the process of this is basically in the data link layer. So flow control is basically, it is the set of procedure which are used for restricting the amount of data a transmitter can send before waiting an acknowledgement. Now, it is basically, if we see it example, that sender is sending, like there is a sender and there is a transmission channel, and another side there is a receiver. So sender is sending data. Now sender sending the data one by one, sending the data. So if that much amount of speed the sender sends data, then there may happen that sender one by one sending the data. So in that speed, there may happen that during the transmission, some packets are lost. If sender sends one by one data, then there are some conditions that it may happen, some packet get lost during the transmission. But sender doesn't have that information that the packet is not received by the receiver. And that's why the acknowledgement is very much important. So for stop and wait ARQ system, what is the process for the stop and wait ARQ system? Sender will first send a data. Sender will first send a single data to the transmission channel. And if this is received by the receiver, then the receiver will send an acknowledgement to the sender that the packet which you have, then the sender ensures that, and after that it's started to send the next packet. Same process, the next packet is received by the receiver. Receiver will send an acknowledgement that the second packet is received. So sender will then, after receiving the acknowledgement, it start sending the third packet. So this is the process of stop and wait ARQ. That first, what? First sender will send a packet. If it is received by the receiver, then the receiver will send the acknowledgement. So at that time, sender will wait. Sender will wait some time to get the receiver acknowledgement. After receiving the receiver acknowledgement, sender will send the next data. But there may happen that after some time, what? The sender doesn't receive anything. That from the acknowledgement, sender doesn't receive the acknowledgement. Then what the sender will do? Sender will again retransmit. Sender will again retransmit that packet to the receiver. So that much time, sender will retransmit that till now the acknowledgement is not received. The acknowledgement is not received. That time, the sender will wait. And after that, if at a particular time, after a particular time, the acknowledgement is not, till now, sender doesn't receive the acknowledgement, then the sender will again retransmit that packet. Sender will again retransmit that packet. So this is the process of the stop and wait ARQ. In case of go back in ARQ, some n time means some n number of packets, after receiving some n number of packets, receiver will sends the acknowledgement to the sender that it received the n number of packets. Same as that for selective repeat ARQ. For selective repeat ARQ also, that sender, after the sender sends n number of packets, after receiving it, after receiving the n number of packets, receiver what? Receiver will send the acknowledgement to the sender. So this is the process. This is the process that of the ARQ system works. Now, if we take, there are two operations of that: normal operations, timeout and retransmission. This is the two operations, the timeout and retransmission. For case of normal operations, in case of normal operations, there is, you can see, there is a sender and there is a receiver. These two are present, there is a sender and receiver. For normal operation is what? For normal operation, sender will send some packet. That first sender, you can, I assume that first sender sends packet 0. So what? Receiver will what do? After receiving the packet, receiver will send the acknowledgement that it is received that packet. So you can see packet 0 is sent to the receiver and packet 0 is received by the receiver. So that's why it sends acknowledgement 0. That means acknowledgement of that packet. After getting the acknowledgement, receiver will again send the next packet. So here next packet is packet 1. That means this packet 1 is received by the receiver. So after receiving it, what the receiver will do? Receiver will send the acknowledgement. So there is no problem. It is the normal operation that all the packets are received by the receiver and receiver sends the acknowledgement to the sender. But in case of timeout and retransmission, the two problems may occur. In the case of timeout and retransmission, two problems may occur. One time, the packet should get lost, or one time the acknowledgement should get lost. So here you can see that first time there is a sender and the receiver. Sender what? Sender sends the packet. Sender sends the packet 0. Packet 0 is sender sends the packet 0. And receiver what? Receiver receives the packet also. And it sends the acknowledgement. So it sends the acknowledgement 0 is sent. But during that time when the acknowledgement is going, in the midway, this acknowledgement get lost. In the midway, the acknowledgement get lost. So now, in case of sender, what? Sender doesn't have the information now that the packet is received by the receiver. Because when the sender will know that the packet will receive by the receiver, if it received the acknowledgement, but receiver already received that message. But during the sending the acknowledgement, in the midway, the acknowledgement get lost. So what the sender will do? Sender will wait for a particular time period. For a particular time period, it will wait to receive the acknowledgement. If the acknowledgement is not received within that particular time period, then sender will again retransmit that packet. You can see the sender will again retransmit that packet. And after retransmitting the packet, what? After retransmitting the packet, and now this time what? This time the receiver also receives the packet, and this time what? The acknowledgement sent by the receiver is received by the sender. So here in this time, what? The acknowledgement is received by the sender. So this is a process that in some case, this may happen that acknowledgement in midway, the acknowledgement get lost. In midway, the acknowledgement may get lost. Then what? Then the sender will wait to a time period, a basic time period, it will wait. And after waiting that time period, sender will again retransmit that same packet to the receiver. And that time, if it receives that packet, then it will send the acknowledgement. And if this acknowledgement in this time, the acknowledgement is sent to the sender, it received by the sender, then what? Then that say that the packet is received by the receiver. Or may happen, it may happen that the packet is sent by the sender, but in the midway, this packet is lost. It may happen that sender sends some packet to the receiver, but during the transmission, the packet get lost. So what? Receiver doesn't receive anything. So what? Receiver will not generate any acknowledgement because it didn't receive anything. So it didn't generate some acknowledgement. So what the sender will now? Sender doesn't have information that the packet is received by the receiver or not. So it will again wait for a time period. After waiting some time period, if there is no acknowledgement is received by the sender, then what sender will do? Sender will again retransmit that packet. And if that time the packet is received by the receiver, then receiver will send the acknowledgement, and this acknowledgement goes to the sender. So sender has the knowledge that the receiver received the packet which it sent. So this is the two operations, normal operation and the timeout and retransmission process. Clear?
Yes, sir.
कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं तो आफरीन?
No.
ठीक है। डॉली, रूपम,
No, sir.
ओके। और निशु, पल्लवी, राज रोशन, शुभम,
No, sir.
so this is basically the automatic review request technique. Okay, so this is another form of error correction. It not, we can say this is an error correction, because in the error correction is basically what we performed in the data bits, that if the data bits, in that case what, in that case the data is received by the receiver. It is basically the data is received by the receiver, but the data is changed. But in this case what you have seen, that the packet is received, not received by the receiver. So this is another type of error control technique, automatic review request technique. Okay. So if there is no question, then I will stop the session. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.